Alright, how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. The first thing that you will need to learn is how the cube works. The middles on the 3x3 Rubik's Cube never change their position. When you find the red or the white or the blue, these three are always in this order. It always goes red, white, blue in a clockwise position. And that's important if you move up to the 4x4 or other cubes in the future. The other thing about these center pieces is they never change their position. They don't move. Everything else moves around them. So the opposite of red is always going to be the orange. The opposite of white is always going to be the yellow. And the opposite of the blue is always going to be the green on the 3x3. So the centers stay in their position. Everything else moves around them. The second thing you need to understand about how the cube works is when you do move one of the sides, it's only moving this section of the cube, and it's not changing the pattern or the pattern over here. You're just rotating one layer at a time. The same thing if you're rotating the top layer or the bottom layer. It's not going to change anything other than the position of that layer in relation to the rest of the cube. Now, to understand how to read some of the algorithms that people will put online, or if you're talking to other people about it, they'll remember certain patterns and they'll give you a really basic explanation of how to do certain moves. That is based on understanding how to identify the different sections of the cube. So if you're looking at it this way, this will be the face here, and the face is this whole section. Now that's called the face or the front, and it's represented by a capital F if you're reading algorithms online that are published about how to do certain moves. This is F for face, or F for front. This is L for left. R is for right. Top is either U for up or sometimes T for top. Usually I will see U for up and D for down or bottom. And then back would be the back face. And that is based on how you are trying to accomplish a move. So if you're doing a move based on something that you see here, then this will be the face or the front. Now that can change if you're doing moves on different sides of the cube, but the pattern of moves will stay the same. One big thing is if you're doing a move and this is the face and it tells you to move different things, you want to keep that face facing towards you the whole time so that you get the move done. You don't want to do half the move and then turn it around and do the other half the move in a different orientation of the cube. You want to keep it the same way. So for the 3x3, you're going to do it one layer at a time. And what you want to start with first is you want to get the white section done. That's just the pattern that most people use. You could start on a different side, but this is the easiest way to learn the basics. So to get the white side done first, you want to start with the white in the middle, and then the centers on the sides all need to be white, and they need to line up with the sides that they're on. And just like I was saying, these middle pieces never move. So you'll want to get the white and red to be right here. You'll want to get the white and the blue to be right here, and so on. Now the easiest way to do that is, remember that the centers never move. You want to start looking at it with the yellow in the center here. And then you want to get a white one on each one of these. And it doesn't matter which way. So we've already got this white one here. We've got a white one here in the middle. We've got a white one here. And then there's one white one over here. Now, there's a white one on each side. I'll mess that up and do it again just to show you. Alright, so yellow center, and then we're going to find all the whites and get them on the side. So like this one here, turn it around a couple times. Now it's on that bottom layer, you can just turn it up. Now you've got a white one here and you didn't mess that one up. There's a white one over here, so you can turn that once. Now it's ready to come up here, but you don't want to mess this one up. So we'll turn the face out of the way, and then you can bring that white one up. Now you've got 3 of the whites. Now you need one more white one up here. So you see it's over here on this side. Now you don't want to turn this whole top section because it'll mess up this one that you already had. So what you can do is, you don't have anything complete on this section, you can put that one over here on the right side. Now you can turn it over and you'll have all 4 of the white middle pieces again. Alright? Now what you want to do is take that left, take the yellow side, turn it to the left, and then on each one of these white pieces you want to make sure they match up to the middle for this next step. Now 2 of them don't, but 2 of them do. So we'll start with these that do. Alright, now you're trying to complete the white side first. So white and red, and then this is the red center, so that matches up. We're going to turn that twice. Now on the white side we've got white, white and red, and then the red. So this is in the position it needs to be in. Now there's another one that we have that's already lined up, is white and orange. So we'll take the white and orange on this orange side, we'll turn it twice. Now we've got white, and the white and orange is lined up on the orange side the way it needs to be. Now on the side we started on, the yellow side, we've got blue and green. So we'll turn this side around until the white and blue is on the blue face. And you see white's still over here. We'll turn that one twice. Now we've got white, and the white and blue piece is where it needs to be. And the last one is the green, so white and green is on the green face. Turn that twice. Alright, now we've got that white cross, and each one of these side pieces is lined up with the face that it goes on, with the center of the face that it goes on. So these 5 squares are where they need to be. The next thing we need to do is the corners. Now, for the next few steps, we're going to take this white face and we're going to face it down as if it was down on the table. So we're going to work on these next steps with the white side on the bottom. And now you can turn the rest of the cube around to do these steps as you need to. So what we want to do is we want to get all these corners right to where it's white on the bottom and then the other 2 corresponding colors line up. So we'll just start with one. We've got white with green and red. We're going to put that one over top of the green and red side. Alright, so we've got white, green, red, and it goes down here, it'll be white, green, red. Now this is one of the first algorithms that you memorize, and it's how to drop a square from here down to here. Now the move repeats over and over again, and it moves it back and forth until it ends up in the orientation that you want. Now that move to bring this one down, some people call it the righty algorithm, but the move is you turn the right face clockwise, you turn the top clockwise, you turn the right face counterclockwise, and you turn the top counterclockwise. Alright? Now that square is down here, but it's not in the right orientation. So all you have to do, holding the cube in the same position, is you do that again. Right, top, right prime, which is counterclockwise, top prime, which is counterclockwise. Now the cube's back up here, but it's in a different orientation. So we'll do it again. Right, top, right prime, top prime. And you always want to do all the steps all the way through until the end. Now if you look at this corner, white, red, green, it's in the right position, and it's where it belongs. Now we can find another one. Now this works the best with the cubes that are already up top. You can do it to bring one of the bottom ones up, but usually it's easier just to drop them down. So this one is orange and green. So we'll turn this around until we're over the orange and green side. All right. So now we've got white, orange, and green. We want that one to be down here. We'll do the right algorithm, right top, right prime, top prime. All right, it's in the right position, but it's in the wrong orientation. So we'll do it again. Right top, right prime, top prime. Now it's back up top. We need to do it again. Right top, right prime, top prime. Now it's down here, but it's still not right. Do it again. Right top, right prime, top prime. And one more time. Right top, right prime, top prime. Now that one is in the right spot. All right. So we've got the white cross done. We've got the white, red, and green corner and the white, green, and orange corner done. Now we got two more corners to do. This one is blue and orange, so we'll put it over the blue and orange corner, and we'll do that righty algorithm until it lines up the way it's supposed to. Now that one's lined up. All right. Now the last one we've got is already down here on the bottom. But while we're doing that right algorithm, you know that it moves the cube back and forth from these two positions until it gets right. So even though it's down here, we're going to keep that one, okay, on the right side. We're going to keep it down here, facing this way, and we're going to start doing that right algorithm again. Now you see that red, white, and blue corners up top, but we still need to bring it down. So we'll do it again. Now it's in the right position, all right? Now this bottom layer is done, and the pieces that we put in are lined up with the face that they go on. So all the reds are on the red face, the greens are on the green face, and so on. All right, so this whole bottom section is done, and we're going to keep that facing down towards the table. Now the next thing that we need to do, since the bottom's done, we know the middles are in the right spot, we need to do these side middle pieces, all right? All these. So the easiest way to get those done is you start with a piece that is in the center on the top, and there's a move to either bring that piece diagonally down to the left or diagonally down to the right. So this one here is green and orange. So green and orange goes here, green and orange. Now the move to bring that one down is, if it's coming diagonally down to the right and it's right here, you first start by turning the top to bring it away from the direction that you want it to travel. All right. So we want this one to come down here. So we'll turn it away. All right. Now we do the right algorithm, which is right top, right prime, top prime. Okay. Now we're looking at this green face, right? We're going to face that whole cube to the left. All right, now this is the side that we were looking at. Now you do the left algorithm, which is the mirror image of the right one. It's left prime, which is counterclockwise, top prime, which is counterclockwise, left, and top. All right, now bring that green face back over to where you were looking at it originally. Now that's green and orange is in the spot that it goes in. And since we did all those moves all the way through, we didn't mess up the bottom layer at all. All right, I can show you that again. So the next one that we want to do is green and red. So here's a green and red. Now this one's going down to the left, so the moves will be the opposite way. So we want this piece to come down here, so we'll start by turning it away. Then we're going to do the left algorithm first, which is opposite of the right. It's left prime, which is counterclockwise, top prime, which is counterclockwise, left, top. Now we're originally looking at this side, so we're going to face this one to the right. All right. Now we're going to do the right algorithm. Right, top, right prime, top prime. Now we face it back over to where we started, looking at this side, and this piece is in the right position. All right. Now, the next one we need a red and a blue to go right here. So we've got a red and a blue over here. Now, you don't want to start with the blue on the red side. Alright, now that piece does go here, but these two don't match. You want to start with it on the side where these two match. Alright, so we want the red and the blue piece right here. We've got a red and a blue piece right here. Alright, so this one's going diagonally down to the right. So that means we turn it away from the position we want it to travel first. And we do the left algorithm first. So left prime, left top. Now we face the blue side to the right. We do right, top, right prime, top prime. We face it back. Alright, that did not work. We'll do that one again. We want this one to come down to here. So you do the right one first, face it left, and then do the left one, and face it back. Now it's right here. So I did that one step backwards. Blue and red is now in the position it needs to be in. The bottom layer is still good. The green side's pretty much done. The red side's pretty much done. So now we need a blue and orange right here. So our blue and orange is right here. This is the side piece we need to bring down. So you'll turn it away from the position you want it to go in. Now it's going down to the left, so you're going to do the left side first. So left, face it, do the right, face it back. Now it's in there. Alright. So now this whole bottom layer, these two bottom layers, are complete. Now, for the top, you're going to orientate this a little bit differently. You're going to look for either an R, a little R on top like this, or a straight line, and that will tell you which move you need to do next. So with the little R, what you're going to do is turn the front two layers, alright? This is front and this is middle. Turn those to the right. You're going to do the right algorithm and turn these two layers back up to the top with yellow on top. Now we've got a yellow cross. If you just have a line to start with, or you don't have anything to start with, you'll do just the face, the single face, and then the right algorithm, and then turn the face back up to the top. So now we've got the yellow cross on top. Now what we want to do is get the corners, the corner pieces, over top of where they need to go. Alright? So like blue and red, that's over top of the blue and red. Blue and orange is over top of blue and orange. Orange and green is over top of the orange and green. Red and green is over top. Now they don't always line up. So what I'll do is I'll show you the move on how to switch two corners, because usually you'll have at least two that don't line up. So say we need to switch these two. There's a move that swaps these two corners without messing anything else up. And that is the right algorithm 3 times and the left algorithm 3 times. Now this works with the pieces on the top side. So you've got these two. Say you want to switch those two. You'll do the right 3 times. And then you'll face it to the left. And you'll do the left 3 times. Alright, and then face it back. Now these two have swapped. So we'll put this back to where we need it to be. So we've got blue and orange and blue and red. These two are right. This is green and red and green and orange. So we need to swap these two. So we'll do that move to switch this one and this one. So it's the right algorithm 3 times. Face it left, and the left algorithm 3 times. And face it back. Now, one thing is I always do those moves all the way through. When you do those 6 moves, you'll always end up with the top being 1 position off, so you just have to turn it back 1. So now we got red and blue over the red and blue side, blue and orange, green and orange, green and red. So these are in the positions they need to be in, but they're not orientated the right way. So just like when we did these bottom corners, we'll do the same move for these. So what you'll do is flip the whole cube upside down. All right. Now, the same move we did before for moving these corners back and forth, we can do to fix these. But from this step on until you get all these corners done, you need to hold the rest of the cube in the same position. So we're going to start by looking at the green side. You don't want to move it away from that green side for these next steps to get these done, or else it'll mess everything up. So we want to do the move, which is the right algorithm, to get the yellow on the bottom and then red and green in the right positions. Alright, so now the yellow is on the bottom. Now the rest of it's messed up, but if you keep looking at the same face, the green face, and do the rest of these moves, it'll go back to normal. Alright, so we'll find another one. So this one needs to be yellow on the bottom. And I'm just doing that right algorithm. Okay, now yellow's on the bottom. We'll turn it around again. Now this one needs to be yellow on the bottom as well. So we'll do that right algorithm a couple times. Alright, now see, all these are yellow, and the rest of the cube is back to normal. Okay, that's because we kept the rest of the cube orientated in the right position as we were doing those. So now you can turn it back to where the white's on the bottom and the yellow's on the top. Now these corners are lined up the way they're supposed to be. You might have to turn the top layer around. Okay, just like that. Now orange is on the correct side, green's on the correct side. Alright, now the only thing you have to fix are these center ones. And this is the last step. So for this, there's a separate move, and I'm going to have to do it twice. So I'll walk you through it first time, and then the second time a little bit slower. So you want this blue and yellow to be in this position here, blue and yellow. So you do face twice, alright? And it doesn't matter which way you go. You could go clockwise or counterclockwise. When you move one of these sides twice, it ends up in the same position, alright? So we'll start back over from the beginning. We want this one to be over here, so we'll go face twice. Alright, now this one that we want, we'll bring that over. We'll turn the middle up. We'll turn the top twice. Again, doesn't matter which way. Turn the middle back down. Alright, now you see how we've got a white bar on the left side. We'll turn that over to the front and turn the front twice. Alright, now that blue and yellow is where it goes. Alright, now we've still got these other three to fix. That move that we just did moves three pieces at once. Alright, so the move we're going to do on this side will move these three pieces at once. So we've got green, red, and orange. This move will bring the green over to here, the red over to here, and the orange over to here. Alright, so you want to bring this green to this position. So you'll go face twice, turn the top to bring that green over, middle up, top twice, middle down. Alright, now this white side, you bring that back over to the front and turn the front twice, and now it's all fixed. That is solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube.